So, Brett, how have the players responded following the festive derby?
Yeah, quite good. Obviously it was a performance that wasn't great. The result went against us quite significantly. It wasn't all doom and gloom. We had some good efforts, good performances, and we weren't far off breaking them down on several occasions. So, the boys have had a really good time off during the New Year period, freshened up, and now we're ready to kick on again and really learn from how we played against Warrington in that festive derby, and try and improve those areas where we let ourselves down.
There's some good performances from young players. Ollie Ashaw at full-back.
Yeah, he was good. He was, he got involved as much as we would have liked. He's a confident kid, and he's still got some things that he needs to work on. He knows that. We all know that. But he's going to be a good kid.
Did the youngsters go as you expected? I know a few of them have been impressing in pre-season.
Yeah, definitely. It's probably Jack Horton got more game time than what he would have thought. He played, I think, 60 minutes in the end, and Ollie played about 60 minutes as well. And I think we were anticipating only giving those boys maybe half a game maximum. But things happen in a game of footy, and they get thrown in the deep end, and it's good to see that they rise to the challenge. And I thought they played. Those two in particular played quite well.
Do you think the youngsters have got the ability to put the pressure on some of the more established players this season?
I think it's a progression. I think Ollie's still a little bit away from playing regular first grade football, but you can see at that age they've got the potential to be able to do so. They've got to still play week in, week out in the level that they're currently at, and push and try and improve every single week. And it's not about it's not about playing 19s for Ollie. It's about getting him ready to be able to push for first grade football. And it's the same with Brad Walker, Ryan Ince, these boys that have been on our radar for some time. They're improving slowly every week, which is important, and hopefully they can maintain that and keep going.
What do you look for sort of in the young players that convinces you that they're ready to move up into that first team environment week in, week out?
Oh, they've got to have the right attitude first and foremost, which those boys have. They're in our first team squad training consistently at the moment, so they're getting that ability now to be able to train at a high level for a long period of time, and that's important to have the trust that they can come up and do a job on game day. So, their attitude is the most important thing when it comes to pushing for first grade.
And 16-year-old Danny Walker's been making some impression. That's quite a mean feat, I guess, for someone so young.
Definitely. It was great for him to get, I think he played about 20-25 minutes on the weekend as well, and a 16-year-old to play a first grade debut, even though it was a friendly, it's a huge achievement for him, and he should be very, very proud. He's a really good kid. He's humble, works very hard, and he's tough. And for being in the middle of the park, you have to be. So, in particular, I'm looking forward to see how he progresses during the season. He's had a really good pre-season, so it's exciting.
And generally, how are the whole squad going with pre-season? Is it where you expect it to be at this point?
Yeah, definitely. We're pushing very hard, doing a lot of physical contact this season, and now we've got everyone back on deck, with the exception of Chris Houston, who comes over a little bit later. So, we're going to be pushing harder now after the Christmas break, and we've had our schedules to get us to where we are, and now it's about going that extra little bit and pushing for those first couple of games in the comp.
What have the new signings added to the group, do you think?
Enthusiasm. They're all pushing to become a regular part of our squad. Chris Bridge is just got skill like very few centres in the competition on the edge. He's showing some stuff out here at training already, how skillful he is and what elements that he can bring to us. Sedam Adasar is just, he's got a great presence. He's a big boy, and I think people who run down his side will fear that they're going to get smashed quite hard. And Corey Thompson, he's improving week to week, and whether or not he comes in as a winger or as a fullback, time will tell. So. All the boys that we've got, they've improved the depth of our squad, and they're all pushing to become regular first team members, which is what you want.
I know Corey's obviously been doing a lot of training at fullback before Christmas. Is it good? I guess it's good for you guys to have that pressure on Reece and that competition for places in the back line now.
Yeah, definitely. And Reece is a very good player, and we all know that. So I think it's healthy to have competition, to push each other. It's not so that Reece fears for his position, but if he keeps his form up, then he'll do enough to hold his position. So, and I guess with Jack Owens moving on as well, we do need that depth at fullback, and Steph has been doing a little bit of training at fullback as well. We got Ollie, who showed on the weekend that he could stand up if he needs to be. So it's good that we've got now 3 and 4 people who can fill every single position that we've got in the team.
Looking ahead to this Saturday then, the trip to Newcastle for the next pre-season friendly, what can we expect from that game?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. We're going to, it'll be a younger team that's going to play. So we're yet to finalise what squad we are going to put out there, but what is guaranteed is that it will be a young team. Probably led by the Chapel Howe boys. They'll probably start the game and lead up the middle of the park there for us, and it's going to be good. It's quite a trek up there, so it's a good experience for those kids to go out there and see what they can do against an open age team. So we've still got the Halifax and the St Helens friendlies to come as well. We're looking to those games in order to see who we can count on and who can perform in those as well. You
mentioned the Chapel Howe brothers there. What are your expectations for them this season? Are they going to be in and around the first team here? Is it going to be a dual reg situation? Is there any plans at the moment with that?
Not at the moment, because they're training well. So, as long as they keep pushing at training and showing us in the coaching staff and the players around them that they can perform at Super League level, then they'll be amongst our squad. So, we're not looking to push out anyone at this stage. We're just making sure that the preparations that we do for the first round of the Super League this season are underway, and that's what we're doing.
So what will we look to get from the game on Saturday? Is it to see how much more progression these youngsters are making in that, playing against men, I guess, is something that they don't often do?
Well, yeah, it's to see how they've all been doing the same work that that Kevin Brown and Joe Mellor and Sada Marasar are doing as well. So they know our structures, and it's important to see how they go under pressure as well. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a good game, good challenge.